In this video, I want to share my secrets and step-by-step method to get you strong enough to do push-ups. What's going on, guys? My name is Joey and I'm a certified personal trainer. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to learn how to get strong and move pain-free. In order to get you strong enough to do push-ups, I would first start by conditioning your wrists and strengthening your core. The first area that we're going to want to condition is the wrists and forearms. Obviously, when we do a push-up, we're putting lots of our body weight onto our hands, which can be really demanding on the wrists. Be sure to click on the video link up above or in the description down below for an in-depth tutorial on how to condition the wrists and forearms. The second area I want to bring our attention to is our midsection, or our core. You need to be able to generate tension throughout the body in order to do an efficient push-up. One easy movement to do at home that can help condition your core is the bird dog. Begin by starting off in a quadruped kneeling position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. From there, you're going to want to make sure that you roll the hips forward into a posterior pelvic tilt. This is what I call having a neutral spine. At this point, you're going to lift one arm in the opposite leg, holding for roughly 10 seconds, making sure that you're squeezing your stomach nice and tight, holding on to that posterior pelvic tilt. Then what you're going to do is lower the arm and leg back down, and then you're going to raise the opposite arm and leg and repeat. You can do roughly 12 to 20 repetitions for 3 sets, 3 to 5 times a week. And now let's take a look at the exercises or patterns that will have you on your way to learning how to do a push-up. Up first, we have the plank. Your target goal is to be able to hold this position for up to a minute or even longer. While you're in this pose, be sure to hold that posterior pelvic tilt so that way you're generating tension throughout your body. Also, try to be aware of your shoulders. You want to keep them depressed and fully protracted. Make sure to breathe as you're holding this position and start off by performing this exercise for 5 seconds or 10 seconds at a time and slowly build up your intervals as you go. Up next, we have our low plank position. It's essentially the same position as your regular plank, except you're much closer to the floor and your arms are going to be in a bent position. This is going to work bent arm strength as opposed to the regular plank working straight arm strength. Just like the previous move, you want to be able to hold this position for up to a minute or even longer. Focus on holding that posterior pelvic tilt and start off with small intervals. 5-10 seconds at a time, and slowly build it up as you go. Next, you're going to want to work on your negatives. This is basically training the downward phase of the push-up, which is the eccentric phase, something I'll get into in a later video. So here's how it works. You're going to start off in the top plank position, which is also the top of the push-up position. From there, you're going to focus on lowering yourself down as slow and as controlled as you can, all the way until your body is resting completely on the floor. Then from there, you're going to reset your body back to the top of the motion and repeat. Some things to focus on while doing your negatives is to make sure you're holding that posterior pelvic tilt. Also, be sure to keep your elbows in nice and tight next to your side. You don't want to have your elbows turned out while doing a push-up. This keeps your shoulders in a very unstable position. Your next negative exercise that you're going to work on is stopping yourself along the way down. You're going to get strong enough while performing the negatives that you're going to be able to actually stop yourself while lowering. See if you can add about 4 to 5 pauses as you lower yourself down. Try to remember all the cues that I mentioned previously and remember to breathe. Now let's talk about the tempo or rhythm of your push-up. For it to count as an official repetition, you need to be thinking of a couple things. First off, your eccentric phase should be slower than your concentric phase. This means that you should take a lot longer lowering yourself down as opposed to pushing yourself back up. Typically, I like to do a 5-second eccentric phase. You need to go all the way down so that your nose touches the ground. This gives you a marker to measure off of every time to make sure you're going into full range of motion. After that, you're going to exhale and push yourself up, not with full force, but just enough to get you up there with some gusto. You never want to overdo it. You also want to make sure while you're at the top that you are locking out your elbows and not keeping a bend in the arms. You're going to give a slight pause while you're up there and then start it all over again. You can also perform some regressions to help strengthen the muscles that will get you to do a standard push-up. The first modification is on the knees. One thing to think of is to make sure that you're keeping your hips open and not closing them. Also, make sure you keep your elbows nice and tight next to your body, because having your elbows turned out is a very bad position for your shoulders. You can also use a bench, a countertop, or a wall to help you achieve your push-ups. Then once you get good at your push-up, you'll be ready for progressions like the wide push-up, the diamond push-up, or even the archer push-up. Be sure to look in the description for more videos as well as information on online personal training. Be sure to watch the videos that are on the screen right now to learn more ways to strengthen your body as well as move pain-free. As always, this is Joey saying be kind to one another, move well, peace.